I woke up to both good and bad news this morning. On the one hand, Throne and Liberty was delayed. On the other hand, Throne and Liberty actually has not only a confirmed release date for their global closed beta, but also a confirmed release date for the official launch of the game. Before we go ahead and jump into the Throne and Liberty news, though, I want to take a moment here to quickly thank our patrons over on Patreon. You guys are absolutely incredible, and I cannot thank you all enough for your support. Also, if you have a moment, consider following us over on Twitch, where we're going to be streaming the Throne and Liberty closed beta. Hopefully. Now, according to a variety of sources, the global closed beta for Throne and Liberty is going to be taking place in May, at the end of May, so next month. That is so much sooner than I had anticipated, given we'd had pretty much no news with regards to release information of either a beta test or the official launch. All we continued to get was delay after delay. Not only that, though, we have a confirmed October release where Amazon planned to simultaneously launch the game worldwide. I mean, worldwide, globally, but still with IP restrictions for certain regions, just like with Lost Ark. Now, according to Throne and Liberty Online, which is a Throne and Liberty fan site, Korean media with NCSoft inside sources claims that the release was in fact delayed and a global closed beta will take place in May. According to Korean media, Throne and Liberty will be released in October 2023. Moreover, we're talking about both the Korean and the global version distributed by Amazon Games. We can also expect a closed beta test at the end of May for both South Korea and America. America only. This is not Europe. This is not the Oceania region. This is for South Korea and America. Conditions for participation are not yet disclosed, and MRSSSTIX already checked. There was no pre-registration available at the time of recording this video. We could not sign up anywhere, but I'm sure they will open that up in the very near future, given it's literally like a month away. After an internal discussion, NC decided to delay Throne and Liberty's release, again, for the umpteenth time. Not all of the team was on board with this option, and apparently Senior Vice President Kim Tae-kyun, who oversees the NCSoft business, insisted on delaying the release of TL to the second half of this year. And I mean, if your game isn't ready, then it makes sense to delay it. Otherwise, people are going to have this warped, distorted perception of the game, and the game will fail. That's just the long and short of it. Korean media claims that on the 19th, NC's TL Development and Business Organization had a meeting with the distribution business team of Amazon Games and started building a collaboration system. On the 20th, a source familiar with NC's situation quoted an insider's message and said, at the end of May, NC and Amazon decided to conduct TL closed beta tests in Korea and North America, respectively. The source also said, although NCSoft and Amazon had no plans for a simultaneous release, they have decided on a plan to open at the same time and reduce the gap in terms of service as much as possible. So NCSoft, the Korean version of the game, and Amazon, who are publishing the global version of the game, were not initially going to release simultaneously, but now for whatever reason, they have confirmed that the release will be simultaneous all around the world. Therefore, we're not going to be months behind Korea in terms of update and release schedule. Throne and Liberty was originally scheduled to release in May, but some analysts concluded that due to collaboration with Amazon Games and Diablo 4's release as a competitor, but Diablo 4 isn't really an MMO like Throne and Liberty is, and more than that, Diablo 4 doesn't even have the same graphical style, the same perspective. It is a completely different game. If anything, Throne and Liberty is going to see direct competition from Blue Protocol. Blue Protocol, as you guys are well aware, was confirmed to be releasing in the second half of 2023. So it's July through December. Now, if Throne and Liberty is releasing in October, that means one of two different things. Either Blue Protocol is going to release between July through September, or November through December. Either way, one of these two games, both being published by Amazon Game Studios and both being full MMORPGs, are going to directly inhibit the other. I do not know why Amazon would publish two different MMOs as direct competition from one another, two very highly anticipated MMOs at that, within a couple months of one another. That just doesn't make sense to me logically from a business perspective, which could then theoretically mean Blue Protocol has been delayed, which I guess we'll touch on a little bit later in a separate video. There were two other leaks last week, one from an alpha tester that, despite the NDA, shared details from the last internal alpha test, and also the system requirements for Throne and Liberty appeared online. Now, I will note that before we end the video, there's been a lot of discussion recently about Throne and Liberty having autoplay. Due to this screenshot right here, there is an auto button that allows for you to auto use potentially skills, auto use potentially healing potions or items. I haven't played the internal alpha, I haven't played any kind of beta. I cannot confirm nor deny the specifics here, but I do not think auto play. I think auto pathing is okay in MMOs. I do not think auto play or auto combat should be present. I think that kind of destroys the interactivity and the engagement that you have with the game. This could also be something to do with exclusively with the console release of the game. That doesn't pertain to the PC version at all. I guess time will tell next month when we all get to play the beta test. Either I'll have an updated video with links to the pre-registration when the pre-registration becomes available, and I will keep all of you up to date with anything and everything concerning Throne and Liberty, so stay tuned. Now, if Throne and Liberty isn't your thing, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now that might be of more interest to you. One featuring every MMO releasing this month, the other featuring another MMO releasing a couple months from now that also looks really, really good.